All right, I think we're live. Hey everyone, I hope that you're having a good day. Chandra and I are here to do mini oracle readings for people that we just feel like spirit draws us to. We're going to tell you in a few moments how to qualify for that. All you have to do is you're going to be putting something in the comments. But if you're here live, I would love to know. Tell me in the comments. Make sure that you can see me. If you see that anybody else is having trouble finding this page or finding this post, you can tag them underneath the video. So I'm seeing Butterfly Kisses. Hello, good to see you. Anybody else there, just let us know that you're here. And I'm so happy that you're able to join. I know some of you have said, I'm going to join, but I'm driving. So make sure you're paying attention to the driving. Hey, Susu and Melissa and Jessica. Awesome. I'm glad you can see and hear us. So we're going to be doing mini oracle readings today. We're just going to go where we feel drawn. And I'm also going to be telling you about a brand new offer that we have and our Purple Friday sale. So I won't give you all the details yet, but every year, if you're brand new to me, every year we do a Purple Friday sale instead of Black Friday sale. And this year it is like really, really good. I am very excited about it. Cannot wait to share it. New offer. Just stay tuned. We got some good stuff. So this is Chandra. If you don't know Chandra, she is one of our readers here at Messenger of Spirit, but she works in the background at Messenger of Spirit as well. And Chandra and I have known each other for years and years. And I mean, just seeing your progression of, your intuition, you're doing readings now. It's just really cool. I love it when friends can be friends for a long time. It's just fun. Yeah. All the different things we've been through.
Oh, don't make me cry right off the bat.
But you do readings. You're a medium, and we're going to be working through our oracle cards here today, but also what spirit wants to share. So how you qualify for a mini reading, what I want you to do is in the comments, so I know that we have your permission, and we're not going to get to everybody. We may not be able to read you. We're going to go where spirit feels, gives us that push. But in the comments, just put an emoji, just put an emoji. And so that way we know that you're giving us permission to tune into your energy if we feel drawn to you. So just any emoji. There's not a specific one you have to do, just any emoji. And that way we will go and see where we feel drawn. You can put words next to your emoji too. That's fine. But just any emoji you feel drawn to. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask my spirit guides to help guide me into the right direction of the first person. And then Chandra and I are just going to go back and forth and see where we are. So here we go now. Let's just take a moment. I'm going to see where we feel like we're stopping today. Okay, it's Pam Ward. So Pam, I am shuffling, seeing what spirit says here. All right, so your message, Pam, is time to detox. It feels like it's time to purge, and it feels like there's going to be a lot of emotions that come up, and allowing yourself that time. So it's kind of like that day where it's like, I need to have a spa day, but it feels like it doesn't have to be the spa. It's just for you. Like, I need self-care. And they're asking you to go internal and really pay attention to how you're feeling, what you're experiencing, because you're focusing a little bit too much on the external right now. And so they're wanting you to go more internally and pay attention to yourself and literally asking yourself the question, how do I feel right now? Where in my body do I feel this? How is my body feeling right now? And it feels like you're a channeler, meaning you experience a lot of intuitive information in your body, and spirit's wanting you to kind of purge and cleanse. So if you haven't released energy, so let's just say you've got emotion building up and you haven't cried, you haven't, moved your physical body, whatever it is, it just feels like, the intuitive energy gets stuck. And so spirit's wanting you to kind of release. Just, it's time to let go. It's time to release. And detox is also like, I am detoxing stuff in my life. I am letting go of all that no longer serves. And this can be in the form in many different ways. And I feel like for you specifically, it feels more emotional. And this next card. So just so you know, when I pull cards, I pull one card at a time. I don't pull them over and look at all of them, but this is alone time. Alone time is needed, right? The empath. So I do feel like you're a channeler, but also the empath is coming up for you as well. So I feel like you might be feeling all the feels, feeling everybody else's feelings. And so this is exactly the message. It's just like a validation. You need some alone time. You need some self-care time. You need to recharge. So thank you, Pam, for letting me connect to your energy. And I'm going to pass the next reading off to Chandra.
Okay. I feel like I'm being called to Danielle Alum. So, and she's asking, I would love to know what my guides want me to know right now. So, yeah, of course, we'll have to start off with Whitney's deck because they're so beautiful. So connecting in with Danielle. Like that one is one. Like there's something else. Or Danielle. Of course. So the first card that comes out is the Chemist. So craving something new, adjustments are happening. So you're obviously your guides want you to know that they are with you and that they are working with you. And I'm getting the feeling of them asking you to allow it. I feel like you might be, I don't want to say fighting it, but maybe even not in awareness of, oh, this is my guides working with me. And you may kind of be like, oh, what's that I'm feeling? Or what is this that's coming in? And you may be putting a little bit of resistance toward it. So just when your guides come into your mind, if you have a thought or you have a feeling, acknowledge that and ask, is this my guides working with me? And kind of allow that to come in a little bit more, because they are trying to work with you. And obviously the detox card. So this is going to be a general message for, I think, everyone right now. And especially with the full moon coming up tomorrow, it's a big one. So I think we all have some stuff in our energetic field that we can let go of right now. So I think Spirit is calling us to do that. If it comes up and you're feeling that it's just, not aligned with you anymore, it's not for your highest good, it's a good time to, as we say, let that S go. That's what I'm hearing in my mind.
Yeah, I feel like it's a message for everybody. And so I'm not going to be surprised if we keep getting that card over and over and over. And even if you don't get a reading today, a message today, just know that when you're watching and you're observing, if you feel like, ooh, I know she was talking to somebody else, but like, I feel like that's my message, and that's a message there for you too. So Spirit works in fun ways, mysterious ways, where it's like, if you can't really get the message for yourself, or we're not tuning in, you can get it in other ways by hearing a message for somebody else, and you might be more receptive to it. And even if you're watching the replay, just know that some messages are for you as well. So also, if you've got an emoji, and you can also ask a question in the comments with the emoji too. So if you've got like a specific question, just stay away from yeses or nos, because that's one of the things I teach inside of my course. Like, just leave them open-ended. We'll just say what the energy is around it. So we're just kind of being guided here and see where we're going. Let me hide this comment. There you go. All right. All right. I've got Francis and Barrican. So let's see what Spirit wants to share here for you. So the first card I have here, Francis, is the Channeler. And so the Channeler literally feels things in your body, and they're saying your body's intuitive, but it feels like you might feel a little bit stuck or heavy right now. And they're talking about, listen to what your body is telling you. And you know how sometimes our body tells us lots of things, and then we get a little bit like we're complaining about it, or we're feeling a little bit negative around it. And so Spirit's like, do something about it. They're really wanting you to tend to your body. There's more going on under the surface that feels more energetic. And so it's like, I might have a little ache and pain. Well, pay attention to that. There's something more going on there. And so Spirit's just wanting you to like recognize that there's a lot of energy that still needs to be released. I also feel like in the chest area, kind of heavy. And so Spirit's asking you to kind of take care. And one of the things they're talking about is just kind of looking into and seeing, making a decision for yourself. The herb thyme or the essential oil of thyme, and just kind of looking into that and seeing how that works in your body. The next card I have here is talking about pause. So this really goes together. And I'm also seeing a theme so far. The channeler and pause. It's like it's time to reflect and integrate. Now, one of the things that I talk about inside of my course is the color themes. And both of these have the blue and the pink. And so the Spirit's just saying, you know, we're giving you a lot of love right now. And this is a lot of like rest that is needed. And also Spirit is communicating with you in that rest period. And so when we're sleeping, when we're in that dream state, it feels like you're experiencing a lot of astral travel. And so Spirit's asking you to just kind of like bring in more rest to kind of help support that part of your process. So just kind of a heads up that Spirit's with you. And I feel like a lot of healing is needed right now. So they're talking about the heart chakra, working in the heart chakra, allowing yourself to heal, release, and give yourself a lot of love. So again, a very similar theme, but I'm going to disconnect from you, Francis, and say thank you very much for letting me to connect into your energy. And I'm going to pass it over to Chandra.
Okay, the next person that I'm being drawn to, and I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly, is Tamise Neal, Tamese, Tamise Neal. And she's asking about, is she going in the right direction with her nonprofit animal rescue? Let's see what Spirit has to say for Tamise. The first thing that popped into my mind is like, you know, when we have that love and we do good for, you know, quote unquote, those less fortunate. And in this case, you know, animals who can't help themselves. I mean, that's the ultimate form of love. So it's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting is like, how could that be wrong? How could anything be wrong with doing something like that for those in need? But the cards that came out were the healing guide. So, you know, focus on your health, choose it above all else. And to me, that feels like not only are you helping these animals that are less fortunate and don't have help in any other way, but it's also doing something healing for yourself as well. There's a part of you that is called to that, and giving in this way is providing some healing for you as well. And as soon as that came through, I was pulling this card out of the deck, and it's spiritual relationships and contracts, rebalancing karma. So there's definitely something in that, in the action of that is healing something within yourself, within your soul. It's doing something for some agreement that you've made, maybe before you came into this life, or healing something from a past life that's kind of going on with what you're doing there. So I feel like it's very important for you now. I'm not getting a feeling of like, is it going to be a successful business? Is it going to, I'm not getting those kind of feelings, but it's definitely very, very important for you to be doing right now as far as like your purpose and the healing that's coming from it.
Thank you, Chandra. I love that message. I feel like I've been dreaming a lot about animals, so it's so nice. They come around us, especially during the holiday times that's coming up too. And so everyone might notice their animal helpers a little bit more this time period too. All right. So by the way, so we're using the Messenger of Spirit Oracle deck, and I'm not going to tell you the link yet, but for our Purple Friday sale, one of the things that we're going to do is we're giving you wholesale pricing, which is just crazy, but crazy good. So that's one of the tidbits I'm going to leave for you is we're going to start the Purple Friday sale after our session here today, and you're going to get wholesale pricing if you choose to order the deck. So there's some fun things I'm going to tell you in a few minutes about some other things that are coming through as well. So let's see where we're headed now. I'm going to see where I feel like I'm drawn. All right. Jessica Hubbard. What is the energy around the work I've been doing with my chemistry to become healthier and elevating my spirituality? Great question. I love how you asked that. I always recommend to ask, what is the energy around XYZ? All right. So the first card I have, is beautiful card, is receive. Abundance is yours. Allow yourself to receive. So it feels like you are receiving it. You're still continuing to allow yourself to be open. And I'm also getting the word vulnerable, like continuing to just allow yourself to receive and breathe. So sometimes we've got our protective bubble up, which is great. We need protection, but we also need to be able to have a balance where we're open to new possibilities. And that's what I'm hearing. Whatever you're doing, I know you're talking about your health, but your spirituality, I'm seeing your spirit guides starting to work in tandem with you to open more opportunities so that you can feel that guided yes, like this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing. And your spirit guides are really close around you right now. And it feels like they're going to be really close around you in the next 3 months too. Not that they're not going to be after that, but they're like, we're really listening. And so we are going to be kind of in conversation with you closely. So tell them what you would like to see. Tell them what more opportunities you would like to open up, what like them to open up. And the next card feels like there's a lot of work around your throat chakra. So really being authentic, speaking your truth, talking to your guides is part of the throat chakra. The communication of your guides is part of it as well, but you're opening up to a different level. And one of the callings that you're going to be doing is using your voice more in your purpose. So it feels like there's a lot of healing around you. It feels like you have that healing ability, but also you're going to be utilizing your intuitive abilities through voice. So you're going to be like, it feels like you're going to be talking. You're going to be, feels like sharing is what I want to say, because right now Spirit's like, we're going to ask you if you want to kind of go into teaching or just utilizing more of a direct channel of us, like in a reading kind of thing where you're just channeling information, but it feels like it will be using your voice as well. So thank you, Jessica, for letting me connect into your energy today. And so earlier I announced that Messenger of Spirit Oracle deck is going to be at wholesale pricing, which is 40% off of the regular price. I'm not going to give you the link yet, but stay around. I'm going to drop some more goodies in a few minutes. But Chandra, I'm going to pass the next reading off to you.
Okay, I'm being pulled to Susu. She's asking any messages for my spiritual journey. And as I picked up the deck, the bottom card didn't come with the deck, so I just felt like I needed to turn it over. And it was the choice card, but it's in reverse. And it says it's decision time. The choice is yours. And the feeling that card is giving to me is like, so you think it's A or B, and neither one of those is feeling right. You don't really know which way to go, but is there a C? Like, is there an option? Is there a, the feeling that I'm getting is that spirit's wanting to take you somewhere that you can't see yet. You can't even visualize this possibility yet. And so you're not open to it because it's not even in your awareness. So you're trying to force A or B and not kind of allowing this other opportunity that spirit's like, if we got this thing for you over here, but because it's not yet in your awareness, you're not even thinking that could be a possibility. So it's kind of like maybe just kind of like expand your awareness a little bit more and see what else could be possible for your next steps. And let's see what else your guides want to come up. Sacral chakra. So you're worthy. Reassess what you value. So that could be one of the reasons why maybe this third option isn't coming into your awareness yet, because it's one of the potentials is that it's so much bigger than you think you're going to be able to receive, or that you think you're even worthy to receive. but Spirit's going, no, no, no. This is absolutely something that's possible. This is something that we absolutely want to want to initiate for you, but you've got to bring yourself into the awareness of being able to receive it. Closed door in reverse. So it's saying it's time to move on, but I feel like I don't know what, my camera must be backwards and my brain's just not adjusting to it. But I feel like you're kind of holding that opportunity back for whatever reason. So just kind of open yourself up to that and ask Spirit, like, just show me how good it can get, show me how big it can get, and see if you're able to allow that to come into your awareness and get to a point where you can receive the bigness that Spirit has in store for you.
Nice message. I love it. All right. So we talked earlier, we're going to continue to do readings. And at the end, we're also going to be doing readings just for everybody that's either watching the replay or has shown up today as a collective. So we're still going to be doing some individual readings. But I told you earlier that we're going to do 40% off Oracle cards for our Purple Friday sale. And we'll give you that link at the end. But we're also offering a brand new service. And this is from Chandra, it's from Brenda, and from Michelle. So all of our practitioners here at Messenger Spirit. And it's a 90-minute reading / Reiki session. So one of the things that we're noticing is that people are feeling a bit heavy right now. People are needing a little bit more balance. And Reiki is such a beautiful way to help you balance your energy, clear your chakras, feel like you got some, I've been talking to a lot of friends lately. They just feel like they've got some, I would say, negative energy kind of stuck, whether it's, from somebody at the grocery store or they were really open somewhere and it just kind of latched on. And so Reiki is a beautiful healing modality. So there's a brand new service that we're doing at 90 minutes and it's going to be $73 off. So there's going to be a 90-minute session for $222. And it is reading / Reiki session. So 90-minute session for $222, that's $73 off the regular price, which it will be during our Purple Friday sale, which will start right after our readings today. And we'll go all the way through November 25th before the traditional Black Friday sale. So keep staying here. I'll tell you how to get that. And we've got more. But Chandra, do you want to tell us a little bit about the session and what that's like, or with Reiki and so forth?
Yeah, for my sessions, I've been doing oracle card readings around different aspects of your life. If you want direction on life purpose, or if you want messages about relationship or messages about health, and we go through an oracle spread about those particular topics. And in the 90-minute session, what we'll do is we'll also do those same things and go through those messages, but as we're going through the messages, maybe we pick one particular area where you feel like maybe some energetic work would be of help, where we could maybe like move some stagnant energy or just bring some extra healing into that particular area of your life. And then we'll take some time during the session to actually call in our healing guides, our collective healing guides, your healing guides, my healing guides. We'll call in Reiki energy as well, and maybe bring some healing to those particular parts of your life, where maybe you're having a little bit more of a struggle or a stagnation at the moment. Because I feel like a lot of us are feeling that, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this session is going to be brand new, and we're giving you $73 off. And this will be with Chandra. You can choose Brenda or Michelle. Brenda's style is a bit different. She uses a lot of humor. She brings in some loved ones in spirit. Michelle likes to focus a lot on the chakras as well. Every single practitioner I've had a session with, they are lovely. And we'll give you more insight onto how to book your session or how to get 40% off Oracle cards. But there's one more. There's one more thing I'm going to tell you before I give you the link. But just stay tuned. We're going to get there. I'm going to just tune into somebody else's energy right now. So let's see who I feel like we're drawn to today. All right. I feel like I'm here. Anna Torres. So Anna Torres, I'm going to pull a couple cards for you and see what the messages are as I tune into your energy. The first card is the Phoenix card. It's a reminder that transformation is happening and rebirth is happening. And the Phoenix has 3 different cycles. We go through the death cycle where we feel like stuff is hitting the fan. You know, it's like the Tower card in tarot. It's like all the stuff is crumbling around me. And then we've got the birth card where we're coming out or starting new beginnings. And then we have the part where we're feeling in a good way on fire. And so they're talking about the Phoenix is happening. And so they're showing me, though, that you might feel like things are crumbling. And they're like, you're kind of going to be in between that death cycle and the birth cycle, where it's like, I'm letting go of things, but while I let go of things, new things are coming through for me, new beginnings. The birth cycle is here. And so they're just asking you to kind of ride the wave, is what Spirit's saying, and knowing that all the things happening are for your highest good. It just might feel like you're losing control sometimes. And Spirit's like, that's the process. Like, just let go. And they're showing me like a ritual you can do where you grab some dirt or some sand, and it feels, they're showing me like, you know, you can get some sand at the store. It doesn't have to be from the ground. It's just it's like sand or dirt, and you're holding it in your hand, and you just imagine all the things that are like the struggles, the things that you want to let go, and you just let them go off into the wind outside. So that's one of the things they're showing me. This next card is how do I get through it? And it's the root chakra. Ground into the earth and be present in your body. How funny that we just talked about dirt, sand. Here's the root chakra, very much around that. So Spirit really wants you to use the earth element to help you with stabilization and new beginnings, starting new cycles, but also letting old stuff go. So thank you so much, Anna, for letting me connect into your energy. I'm going to pass it along to Chandra for the next reading.
Okay. I am being pulled to Susie Hayward Thornhill, and her question is direction on my love life. And Susie, I'll be honest with you, as soon as I read that comment, it hit me like right here. It was like between my throat and my heart, and it was almost like a constriction, or like someone had their hand around my esophagus and between my throat and my heart. And I feel like there's some work around self-love that also needs to happen. I mean, tough love here. I'm just going to give you what Spirit gives me, because I ask them to only give what's in your highest good and what you're ready to hear. The first card that popped out was environment. And it's talking about your environment needs a change, a trip or move is coming. Maybe just like a little vacation, just a change of scenery, or the message that's coming in to me from that card is like just seeing things from a different perspective would be totally helpful. Can't make it up. Detox again, third time. It's time to purge, let go, release, and clear your energy. So if there's, I'm feeling like there's some old stories, old beliefs that you're kind of holding on to about a current relationship, or about the way relationships should be, that keep coming up and keep replaying kind of in patterns for you, that may be where the change in perspective is coming in. I'm just going to ask for one more card for clarity and how to move forward. Best next right action. Susie. It's like every card that pops out, it gets my attention, and then it falls right back in. Well, I'm getting two, so we're just going to go with that. Joy guide, of course. So lighten up, manifest through joy. So that may be about, like just a small little vacation, just a different change in scenery. And the seer, are you seeing things clearly, or are you holding on to old beliefs that are kind of like clouding what you know needs to happen next, or what the next right action would be for you? So that's kind of what I'm feeling from Spirit for you, Susie. I hope that helps, and I love you.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I've got a couple of questions. One is somebody was asking, am I on YouTube or Facebook? We're on both right now. So whichever whichever medium works best for you. Medium, ha ha ha. Like, I feel like that's a little pun. But Facebook or YouTube is fine. We can see your comments. And in order for us to possibly look at who we're going to be reading, we need you to put emojis in the comments. And you can put emojis with a question, but if it's just text, we're not going to choose it. We need an emoji in there so that we know, oh, this person's giving us permission to connect into our energy. And so we're also giving details about Purple Friday, and I'm going to do that after this reading. We still have some time for some more individual readings. We're going to be doing a collective reading afterwards. So let's go ahead and see who I feel drawn to. I feel like Melissa Francis. And by the way, if you put more than one comment, we're only going off the comment we see. And that comment needs to have an emoji in there. So I'm going to ask for messages about Melissa Francis. All right. First card this has already come up for me today. Change your perspective. So Spirit saying that it feels like, it's almost like you might feel a little stuck in one way of seeing something. Like, I am just worried about this, or I am just only seeing it one way. And Spirit's kind of saying it feels like you might be caught in the weeds a little bit. And so they're wanting you to pull yourself out and see things from a higher perspective, a spiritual perspective. And they're also saying it feels like you're being a little bit too narrowed in on finding a solution or finding answers on a situation. And so you're not seeing other opportunities or other situations. So it's like other tools, other resources. So they're asking you to pull back and see all the options instead of narrowing in on too firmly on one. And this next card is talking about the throat chakra. And it feels like really speaking your mind, advocacy. It feels like I'm speaking up for myself. I'm standing up for myself or someone close to me. I am asking a lot of questions. I'm hearing like communication, staying informed feels really important. It feels like you're kind of spearheading a phase of communication right now where it's like you're in charge, or the speaker, right? You have to receive information and communicate it back out. And it feels more personal life for me. So it's a bit like I have to see all the options and I have to ask the questions. I have to stand up for myself. I have to speak. And so they're just talking about advocacy and speaking. It feels like that's a really important thing for you right now. So thank you, Melissa, for letting me connect into your energy. So we're talking about this Purple Friday sale that's starting soon today. And we've got 40% off Oracle cards, which is at wholesale pricing. We've got a brand new session, which is 90 minutes, which is a reading / Reiki session. So you're going to get part reading and part Reiki. A lot of us right now are just needing some healing. And so we've got Reiki to help with that energetic balancing. And that is $222. And that's $73 off the regular price. And we are doing 1 hour readings for $150, and that is $47 off. So that 1 hour reading, you can book with Chandra, you can book with Michelle, you can book with Brenda. And right now, during our Purple Friday sale, it's $150. That is $47 off. If you just want a reading, it's going to be on Zoom. You can do a 90-minute session, which is $73 off, which is reading / Reiki, or you can do 40% off Oracle cards. And I do recommend, if you want to book a session, that you do it soon because their availability goes quickly. And so they've put their availability. But here's something before I give you the link. You can also buy a gift certificate for yourself or someone else for a reading or 90-minute session. And why would you buy one for yourself? because our readers don't know their schedules way in advance, right? And you might go, I know I want at least a reading now and a reading in 6 months, but I don't know what the price will be in 6 months, which our normal price for an hour reading is $197. You can get yourself a gift certificate at $150 and then redeem that next session, within 6 months. So this is a great time to stock up on gift certificates for yourself. If you're like, I want a 90-minute session, in the next 4 to 6 months, and they don't have their availability, get yourself a gift certificate. You want a reading, you can do it for somebody else too. So we've got gift certificates, we got 1 hour readings, 90-minute sessions, 40% off Oracle cards. I'm going to go ahead and give you that link, but we are not done with our readings. But all you have to do is go to messengerofspirit.com/sale. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see what that looks like. So when you go to messengerofspirit.com/sale, one of the things, it's going to end on Monday, November 25th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You will see you can save on our 1 hour readings, our 90-minute sessions, and our 40% off Oracle cards. It doesn't get any simpler than that. You scroll down, you can buy yourself or someone else a gift certificate. And if you're wondering what reader to get a session with, you can learn about our readers further down on the page, see their individual styles, and so forth. Now, if you do buy yourself a gift certificate, that gift certificate is good for any of our readers. So the person that you're buying it for can go on and choose, the reader that they want to schedule with as well. But that's all it is. Go to messengerspirit.com/sale. Super easy to learn more about it. The best sale I think we've ever done. And I think that we all need good news. So just wanted to pass that along, messengerspirit.com/sale. All right, I'm going to go. Chandra put that in the comments, by the way. So thank you, Chandra, for doing that. Chandra, I'm going to go ahead and pass the next reading on to you.
Okay, I think we're going to go with Destiny Sommer. And she just says, would love some guidance. So I'm going to connect with you now and ask what your guides would like for you to know in this moment. And they've got some opinions because cards just fell out of the floor. So, and again, you can't make this stuff up. Every time we've asked this question of just like guidance, what do my guides want me to know? The chemist, if you're showing interest in them, they're showing interest in you. They're there. They want to work with you. They're actively sending you messages, just trying to get your attention, learn how to communicate with you. And if you're kind of in that same headspace, then that's the relationship that you're going to forge. And I also got the air card. So stop overthinking and start communicating. So, the memory that's coming into my mind is just like, oh, I found that feather. Did it mean something? Oh, I did this. What could that message be? We get the thing, and then we start trying to the intellect goes into overdrive and tries to start analyzing. And was that really a message? Did it really mean a thing? Rather than just going, oh, thank you for that message, and allowing what it means to come to you either in that moment, or maybe it comes to you, 2 days later when you pick up a book and it starts talking about feathers and it gives you you just happen to read a sentence and you go, oh, that was my message. That's been my message all along. So it's kind of like, just don't try to hone in so tightly to the message. Just kind of like let the message be in your awareness. Let your guides work through you and kind of let that message come to you in its most natural form. And we'll see if we have one more that wants to come out. Choice. It's decision time. The choice is yours. So your guides are kind of like, I kind of get the image of your guides kind of standing in the door, just kind of like waiting for you to open the door. Like, we're here. All you have to do is just let that door open a little bit more. Let us in. We're ready to work with you. So that's the feeling that I'm getting from the cards that came out. So I hope that was helpful, Destiny.
Love it. All right. So I put the link up so you can see it right underneath our faces, where messengerspirit.com/sale. I do recommend, if you want to book a reading soon, to get on it because their availability goes. And if you're just like, I know I want to get one, but I'm not ready to book, you've got 6 months to book if you get a gift certificate. So I'm going to read Carol Morris. I feel as though my energy is expanding. I'm in a level up in my spiritual life. I don't think we've read you, Carol, but I was drawn to you. So, first card is clarity. I was like, prepare to make a decision. Clarity is right around the corner. So your energy is expanding, but things are also changing. And it feels like in order to level up, we've got to make some decisions. And so there's going to be opportunities that Spirit puts on the table, and you get to say yes and heck yes, or go back into the old cycle. And so Spirit's like, it's going to feel a little scary, but clarity's coming. There's a decision that you need to make. Your soul already knows the answer. You just need to kind of say yes to it and go forward with it. It also feels like it's time to put yourself out there a bit more, especially around what feels like being in the public / career, like not family, but like putting yourself out there to strangers in a way. Like, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. I'm taking what feels like a risk, but it's not. And then next card here is, when it comes to those decisions, don't overthink it. Just remember to do what feels exciting, and it's like, remember to play. It feels like it's important because you got all this energy right now to spend more time outside, to allow yourself to ground, to do things. You might be thinking, it's cold outside, I don't want to do anything outside. It still feels like, get out there and go walking, or going to the city and walk and get outside a little bit. Like, it's just, I need to move my energy and not stay in the house or the same environment. So it feels like I need a different change. I need a little bit of a shift. And so one of the things they're talking about too, to work with, is crystals, like they're crystals. So it feels like having a quartz piece could be really helpful, just to help amplify your manifestation and intentions, like a clear quartz piece. So when you're doing your meditating, holding it and just amplifying those intentions, but everything feels really good. So congrats, Carol, on your amplification. It feels like things are working, and Spirit's just giving you a little bit more tools to help further that experience. So Chandra, I'm going to ask you, could you pull some cards for everyone that's watching, whether they're watching now live or they're watching the replay, just a general message that's just for the people who find this video, whether it's now or later. And then I will do that after you.
The empath, alone time is needed. Yeah, that feels like it tracks. We've all had a very emotional, kind of like roller coaster couple of weeks. It feels like the last month, kind of leading up to now, has just been like full of ups and downs and lefts and rights, and who knows which way to look, and you know, just kind of like what's going on in the collective, and I feel like we're all kind of, especially with the holidays coming up, and a lot of people, their workplaces kind of like start to slow down a little bit. Hopefully that's true for you. You know, as the holidays approach, and I feel like we're all kind of coming into that time where we're gonna start going through more of a recoup, a little bit of a downtime. The words are just, they're just gone. But needing that time to reassess, rebuild our energy stores, get ready for the new year. It feels like we're kind of going into more of that type of a period of time right now, collectively.
You know, when you said the words are gone, I was like, well, that's the message though, right? We need to be in that place where we're doing nothing, like we're just recharging and being. And so I know that you're a channeler and you experience it like live.
Let your mind go blank. Just
and that's
clean the slate.
Yeah. It's funny because I know that that's how you get your messages primarily. And so many times people second guess how their body's feeling. And I know that you've learned to trust it, right? But I just wanted to share that with everybody else, because sometimes we forget to trust our body and how our body's reacting. But I love how you were like, I already know. This is how it is. This is how it feels. Okay, I'm going to do some connecting, and I'm just going to ask our guides for messages for everyone who watches this video and watches it in the future. Okay, first card is the Earth card. This has come up recently for me. This is, you're building a firm foundation. Pay attention to the details. Sometimes we want to just connect and we feel like, like Chandra was saying, things have been chaotic, and that's true. But when you finally take that time, I feel like this is a message after Chandra's message, like it's going together. So Chandra had a message, alone time. After you feel like, okay, I feel like I've had some space. I feel like I've had some time to think about things. I've had some recharge time. When you start building in this new foundation for yourself, new beginnings, new steps forward, next steps forward, feels like pay attention to what you're creating in the details. Sometimes we are like, oh yeah, it just sounds fine. Let me do it. Spirit saying every step is intentional, and let it be intentional. It's, for an example, they're showing me if you've got this routine that's no longer working for you, you feel resentful, you feel burned out. It's just like not fun anymore, whether it's a job, whether it's relationship, whether it's your situation, where you live, whatever. Take that time for alone time to just decompress, and then start taking intentional next steps forward for new thought patterns, for new routines, for a new job, for new relationships, or how you approach the relationships. And so they're like, don't gloss over the details. And the next card feels like this is for everyone in general, is the protector guide. It's time to set boundaries. So this is a message in of itself of right now, set some boundaries, set some time for yourself for alone time. Also, it feels like pay attention to some people that just, are sucking the energy. It's like, I need some boundaries of, do I engage or do I not engage? How do I engage? How does it feel in my body? Or do I feel like I'm giving too much? Or do I feel like I never get anything from them? This is more about like, how are you protecting your energy? But it also feels like the other step. So Chandra was talking about alone time, talking about when you set those new next steps. And this is when you create your new routine, when you create that new thought pattern, when you get in the new job, make sure that you are also giving yourself some boundaries for time, like time management, energy management. Those things feel really, really important. So thank you so much for being here today. And I'm very excited to let you know that our Purple Friday sale is available to you now. messengerspirit.com/sale, where you get wholesale pricing. So, but by the way, so that brings the price of the Oracle cards down to $17.97. So our normal price is $29.95. We're giving you wholesale pricing, 40% off, $17.97. And then we've got a 1-hour reading for $150, which is $47 off. And we've got a 90-minute session, which is Reiki and a reading together. And that's there for you too. So messengerspirit.com/sale. If you have any questions, email us. And I hope and wish that you have a fantastic, wonderful rest of your day and connect in with Spirit. So thank you so much for letting us connect in with you today.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.